Hello, everyone. My name is Dara, and this is Dear Hallmark. This is my space to nerd and geek out for all things Hallmark Channel movies, TV shows, and stuff. And we are finally closing out this trilogy, the Wedding Veil trilogy, with Allison Sweeney's movie starring Victor Webster. It's called The Wedding Veil Legacy. So, a little bit about the premise. Tracy, she is the skeptical one out of the group. She really doesn't believe in the legend. And where we left off in Wedding Veil Unveiled, they gave the veil to Tracy for her to fix in New York. There was a little snag in the veil. And so she said, fine, I'll fix it. So we see her going to fix this veil at what I believe to be a tailor shop of some sort. You know, they have suits there, and Victor Webster, who plays Nick, he's there getting a tux tailored. And Tracy and Nick, they're in the shop, they're trading words in a bit of a sarcastic manner. And then we find Tracy back at her job. Now, out of the three friends, she works at an auction house. She's the art auctioneer. And there is this important document by Emma Lazarus, the poem that is on the Statue of Liberty. So they find the original, like the rough draft of it, and she's trying to find not the word benefactor, or someone who's able to put money behind it so that it could be in a museum. All the while, there's also a 25th anniversary party that she needs to find a caterer for. So she goes to a restaurant, and who owns the restaurant but Nick? And so as they're working through the catering menu, he's also opening another restaurant, needing to find artwork. Her mom owns an art gallery. So she's like, well, look, here's some art. And then they keep going with the catering. But then he helps her get some rugs. And then they spend more time together. And then they find that they're feeling each other because she cooks some dinner at her place. And then so on and so forth. And they get married. And such is life. So, yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, I was going in with all my skeptical antennas up because as much as the Wedding Veil trilogy was hyped, to me, it wasn't just as bomb as I thought it was going to be. So I'm already going in with my antennas up, like, what's going on? You know, I was incredibly surprised, not gonna lie. The quick banter between Nick and Tracy, loved. They had, to me, the best chemistry out of all three. I appreciated the cohesiveness of the plot. It wasn't, even though it sounds like when I replay it back as I talk it back to you guys, it sounds like it's a lot, but as I was watching it, everything flowed so seamlessly. I felt like there weren't extra ingredients, like a boy needing a scholarship out of nowhere, or somebody's trying to sabotage your job for no reason. I just didn't, it felt right. Everything that happened felt like it was supposed to. I loved that, again, much like Lacey's, we were in the city. You felt the hustle and bustle. You felt the pulse. You felt the pulse of New York. And I loved the dynamic of the three women in this. I love that. I feel like this is the movie where we saw the most of them together physically in a space. I loved Emma and Avery's expression in the restaurant when they're meeting Nick, one of my favorite scenes. Also, the mid-movie kiss, chef's kiss, no pun intended. Victor Webster brought the charm. He was like, I see your Italy. I see you, McGarry, and I'll raise you an Italian chef out of New York. It was great, y'all. The charm was on. I'm talking lights clap on. Like, it was, I don't know what to say. The one thing that I just like, the one little critique in the sense, I just did not like the abrupt cut to the wedding. And in this one, we don't get a timeline. Like, we don't know if it's 3 months after they declare their love, if it's 4 months, 6 months, the day after. We're not in any sort of span of time with this one. And I wanted, don't just jump cut to the wedding. Take me through you proposing. Get on your knees. Show me your ring. Can I needed to be slower in that instant. Spoiler alert for those of you who have not seen it already. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to just pause here because I am gonna spoil it. Okay. I love seeing Kevin McGarry and Victor Webster engaging at the end, and Kevin was like, welcome to the Wedding Veil Club. I loved that. I thought that was cute. And I said this in the podcast, a companion episode for this. I would love to see an epilogue movie, if that's a thing. Like, you know how in a book where the ending ends, but then they have an epilogue to really tie everything up. I would love an epilogue movie where we see all three couples and it just kind of ties everything together. I want to see, because I feel like there could be more from this storyline. I want to see how the lace shop is doing. I want to see how Avery's doing in her new job. I want to see Nick's new restaurant, and I want to see Tracy running the auction house. That's what I want to see in the new movie. Other than that, y'all, I like this one. I am going to be doing a full recap in terms of like comparing all three movies on another podcast. I'll let you guys know which podcast soon, but I'll be doing a whole trilogy recap. And so I'll let you guys know once I'm okay to release the deets, and then we'll be in there. The wardrobe, because the wardrobe came through, that's okay. The wardrobe didn't matter in this movie for me because the chemistry was just, the two leads were incredibly captivating to me. I could watch Allison and Victor all day. And it's funny because in my Loveuary preview that I posted on Instagram, this was the movie I had last. And now I'm a little bit nervous for Welcome to Mama's, because even seeing the sneak peek that they showed during the Wedding Veil Legacy movie, I'm like, ugh. But I welcome for chances to prove me wrong. My arms are open for Hallmark to prove me wrong. So also, can we talk about the news that Lacey signed a deal with Hallmark to produce pictures? We're probably going to talk about that live on Instagram. So be sure to follow Dear Hallmark on Instagram. There is a link in the description box for you to follow Dear Hallmark. I go live pretty often. And it was really cool. I went live on last Thursday and we got to talking about, chemistry. How do we know that there's chemistry between two actors? What does it look like? Can we quantify it? What does chemistry mean? And we actually had a Hallmark actor drop in, which it was not planned. It was not planned. He came through, he was commenting at first and then requested to join via video. And so we got a chance to talk and hear his perspective, which was incredibly cool. But it sucks though, because I couldn't save the live. Like, I accidentally archived it and now it won't allow me to upload it again. It's saying, I don't know if it's because it's too long. It's an hour and a half. But c'est la vie. It is what it is. It was just, you never know who's going to drop in. And so be sure to follow Dear Hallmark on Instagram. Because when I tell you that it was a surprise to me. It was a surprise to me. I think that's all I have to say about the Wedding Veil Legacy, because I'm trying to keep my comparative thoughts of the other two movies to the podcast that I'm going to be doing the whole recap on. Well, who knows? Because you guys, I'm going to just say it. So the wardrobe in Legacy didn't matter as much. Like, the wardrobe in the first one was bomb. Wardrobe in the second one, it was cute, but it wasn't as significant to me as the first one. And then the third one, it didn't matter because, again, I was captivated by Nick and Tracy. But I will say this, I want to see, okay, so now that we have Allison, Lacey, and Autumn, give me Paul Campbell, Tyler, and Andrew Walker. We've seen that it can be done with the women. We've seen that it got the numbers. How much you want to bet Tyler, Paul, and Andrew are going to bring you them same numbers? What was it, 3.5 mil? You put them three in a movie? Are you kidding me? Let's see it. Let's work on it. Let's stir it up. Let's make the gumbo. I'm ready and I'm here for it. Hashtag 3 men and a baby. What do you guys think about the Wedding Veil Legacy? Do you think this was the best one out of the three? Do you think, which one did you like the best? What did you think about the trilogy overall? What did you think about Allison, Lacey, and Autumn being in a movie together? I want to see more of this, as I just said. This, I will be honest, Legacy was my favorite one. Legacy was my favorite one. Yeah, there's not much to be said. Legacy was my favorite one, followed by, oh dang. See, it's for different reasons. I like the second one purely for Italy, and I like the first one for the fashion. And then I like the third one for the fast-paced New York chemistry, hustle bustle banter. Man, it's going to be hard to rate these movies after seeing, like, when it comes time to do my Loveuary ranking. Well, we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching, dear Hallmark. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to hear more in-depth thoughts. I also review Chesapeake Shores, and I do throwback movies and other made-for-TV movies from GAC to Up TV on the podcast as well. And there is a link in the description box for you to do that, so you can subscribe to the podcast. Whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Overcast, Podbean, I got you covered. Also, I wrote a book. Weird, I know. But I wrote a novella, and it is available on Amazon. It's titled Chasing Wind. There will be a link in the description for you to check that out as well. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and so the next time you'll see me here on YouTube, I'm going to be doing an Aurora Tea Garden recap with a very special guest. Jacqueline Collier is going to be joining me for the Aurora Tea Garden recap, Haunted by Murder. So you don't want to miss that. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.